It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. One more day, Christmas. One more day to Christmas. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. It's been ages. I came out live. Yes, that's because life has been happening. It's been very busy, juggling a lot of things. But I'm here today because I'm like, it's one more day to Christmas. One more day to Christmas. Oh my goodness. I mean, it just hopefully for those of us Christians, we remember the real reason we have a Christmas break, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And for those that are non Christian, hopefully this holidays is a time for you to, spend with your family, recap the whole of 25 and make plans for the new year, reconnect, rejuvenate, or refresh, and, reconnect, refresh, and rest, because I'm sure for many people, if we were to sit down in the room and talk about 2025 as a year, there will be lots of stories, both the ones that we are aware of and the ones that we are not aware of. So, there will be lots of things to share. And I think it's a moment of gratitude. This year has been eventful for many of us. And for those of us that had our year as planned, congratulations. May the new year be better. For those that the year didn't go as they expected it to be, congratulations. You are alive and you made it to this day. Hopeful that 2026 will be better. So, why am I live today? I'm live today because, first of all, I want to appreciate everyone that has been a part of my journey this year. Yes, everybody, both the ones that have spoken up, both the ones that are on the sidelines, both the ones that are watching from the back. Thank you. You have been a part of my 2025, and I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. Yeah, simply put, without you. It just wouldn't have been possible for me to be where I am today. 2025 for me has been very eventful, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful to God that I am alive today. And by the grace of God, tomorrow will be Christmas. We'll be taking a break, resting, spending time with family, catching up and bonding. Yes. So I came out to say something, and this something is what has been on my mind for some time now. And one of the things that is on my mind is, resolutions. Many people believe strongly that the only way to make a resolution is when the new year comes. And I'm here to break that myth. You do not need to make a resolution. You don't have to wait until you don't have to wait until the new year to make a resolution. You can start from now. And this is how I put it. This is the way I see it. Okay. If your goal is to plan to buy a house or build a house, right? You don't wait and you want that house, you want to own and live in that house maybe in 2026. You wouldn't wait until 2026 before you start doing or building or doing anything, putting everything in place. What you would do is simply this. You would, first of all, decide where you want to build. You will then decide what is my income. You will meet experts, yeah? You go to your financial advisor, you speak to them, you show them your income, they help you plan. Apart from that, you also go and register interest with a mortgage provider or a letting agent if you have decided that you want your location you want to buy your house. Then you also sit down and think about the kind of house you want to buy, okay? You sit down and think about that as well. Once you've also decided what kind of house you want to buy, you then begin to save. Yes. Some people may start saving 2 years in advance. Some people may start saving 3 years in advance, depending on their circumstance. But the lesson here is this. You did not wait until the year you want that goal to become a reality before you started doing things. No, you didn't. You started 3 years ago. Some even start 5 years before. And that is it with every other thing else in life. Okay? As with every other thing else in life, you people Make plans. People start. You don't keep saying, "Oh, next year I will start saving for me for us. I will start saving to buy this house in 2026." No, you don't wait until the year that you want to buy the house to start, you know, saving to buy the house. You don't do that. You would never do that because the simple reason is you wouldn't ever be able to buy the house because a lot of things have to happen in the background. A lot of things have to happen silently. And that is it with building your house. That's the way it works. The same with your goals, the same with your aspirations. This year, I've come across a lot of people. I honestly have come across a lot of people, and I'm mesmerized by the way people think sometimes. It shocks me. Oh, you want to start a business, for example, and you're asking questions like, how quickly can I make money? Without even understanding what the business is all about. Or you're asking questions like, there's some very strange questions I've received. I have received some very strange questions, and it takes me back, and I'm like, why are you asking this kind of question? And that tells me that some people do not have foresight. Anything, and even according to the Bible, anything that has a solid foundation outweighs storms, outweighs tough times. And I will use the parable of the house. I think in the Bible, Jesus had asked for two people to build a house, and one built a house on a solid foundation. He made the foundation solid, he put cement, he put everything to make the foundation strong, and the other person just put sand. And they both built beautiful houses. But do you know the true test of that house, the strength of the house? When the storm came, the one that was built on sand was wiped away so quickly, but the one that was built on the solid rock stood firm even in the midst of storm. And that is the thing about having a solid foundation. When you come and you ask a questions, you know, that are baffling, I sometimes wonder whether people have foresight or hindsight, to think about their past experiences, what they've learned from it, and how they can make sure that they do not make the same mistake again. At the end of the day, anything you want to build has to be built on a solid foundation. If the foundation is not solid, it will not weather the storm. It will struggle when the storm, if there's any storm, right? And that is what life is about. You want to buy a house, you save, you build, you save, you take time, you deprive yourself of some things. They call it delayed gratification. Some people call it delayed gratification. You take your time, you buy, you save money, you remove, take cut off some excesses, you take it away from your expenses, put it in your savings just because you want to build that, you want to save that money that you need to buy a house. The same thing with your education. When you go to school, you don't go to school today and come out as a lawyer tomorrow. No, it takes years. You go, you spend 3 or 4 years, depending on the country, then you do your call to bar. That's 5 years. And it's only then that you can confidently call yourself a lawyer. When you start school, you are not a lawyer, you are a lawyer in training. And that is the same with any business. For example, when you start any business, you are not an expert. Even if you have run several businesses before, that still doesn't make you an expert in the new business that you're about to start. Okay, so my encouragement today is this: make sustainable plans. That's what I want to say. Most importantly, do not wait until the year ends and January 1 comes. Your life is not determined by the beginning of the year. When sickness comes, it doesn't know the time of the year. When the Lord calls you home, He doesn't look at time of year. So why should your life goals be determined by the year, the time of the year? Why? I don't know whose rule it was that people should make New Year resolutions, but what I long discovered, and I thank God I came out of this whole new resolution hula baloo, was that resolution you make on the new year. Trust me, by the end of the month, the first month of the year, in fact, some people don't make it to the end of the first month. You are back to your old ways because the pressure is a lot. Because the pressure is a lot. So I defined my own new year. Honestly, I defined my own new year, and it's no longer based on what people expect or what the society expects of me. Maybe it's because I'm at that age where I've gotten to that age where, you know what, I really don't care what the society expects. I just want to do what makes me happy. I don't know. But I just want to encourage you today. Whatever your plan or desire for 2026 is, there is no better time than now to start it, because that plan you have for yourself is always a big plan more often than not. And for you to actualize that big plan, you have to start small. You have to break that plan into small chunks so that you can um so that you can begin, walk towards the goal, so that you can begin to walk towards that goal of starting your own, whatever, going to school, changing job, you know, building a house, going on more frequent holidays, whatever it is. I don't know what your goal is for 26. You alone know what it is. Our faces are different, so are different problems, okay? And that is why I cannot speak for you. That is why I cannot make a decision for you. But I just want to encourage you today. Do not wait for the year to end before you start taking actions in your plan. Well, the year is already ending. We still have 7 more days, but it's not too late for you to start. Whatever it is it that school? Apply. Is it that is it that holiday? Book it. Is it that job? Apply for it. Apply. This year, 2026 should be the year of audacity. Audacity. Do not bother yourself about what people say. Because at the end of the day, it's only you against you and you against yourself. We were not born on the same day, and we are not going to buy on the same day. It's impossible. No matter how much you love your family, no matter how much you love your your children, your husband, your life is yours and yours alone to live. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should be selfish. I'm not saying you shouldn't look after them. I'm not saying you shouldn't care about them. But there's something called balance. Okay? So whatever it is, that thing you've been waiting for, that thing you've been postponing, oh, when my children leave the house, I will do, you better not. Because I've heard stories, and I'm sure you have. Many people make that same decision, and before you know it, they don't even get, either they are not alive, they are no longer available because of life, or life just happens and they're not in a position to do that thing that they've always wanted to do there for themselves. And this takes me to my next point. For those of us that have been parentified, I know this is a sensitive topic, but I speak from my own experience. I am a parentified child. And what does that mean? They say it's not all eldest children that are parentified, but there are children, most parentified children, or most parentified, or most people that have experienced parentification are eldest children. Okay, so there are two things there. Not all eldest children have been parentified, but most children that have been parentified are eldest children. And I'm speaking to you, my eldest child here watching me today. You need to stop it. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I know society has conditioned us to be these people. But trust me, you are doing yourself no good if you continue on that line. Let 2026 be the year you break out from that societal expectation. Honestly, let 2026 be that year. Honestly, for me, it took me a long time to get to this point where I now feel like I'm out of this parentification, and I'm still learning. I am still recovering. Let me put it that way. I'm still trying to find my way around, navigate it. But I did something for myself 2 years ago as a means of breaking out of what the society expects from me, which was starting my own business. Honestly, it has been a game changer. I suddenly feel like I have a purpose, because most of us do not know what we are here for. No, most of us do not understand why we are here, because the society has expected us to be there for your siblings, be the one that will resolve all the problems, provide for your family and provide for your siblings, provide for your extended family. That is what the society has given upon us eldest children. But I'm telling you, it has a side effect. Your mental health, your sense of identity, you lose it completely. But the best thing I did for myself was standing up for myself and saying, you know what? I am going to do something for me for the first time. Because all my life, and I say it is the same for every other person that is an eldest child that has been parentified, or not necessarily an eldest child, but have been parentified, that you are worthy. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. And the only way you can find your identity is doing that thing you want for yourself, despite all the norms, despite all the harms, the pushbacks. Focus on you for once, just once in your life. And I tell you, you will never regret it. You will never regret it. If you don't know what parentification is, go and check Google. Check what parentification is. Sit down and reflect on your life. But I'm telling you, I know what it means. And I'm sure you know what it means. You probably don't know, have the words to say it. You put everybody first, but you forget yourself. Everybody around you comes first. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with you being kind, but not to the point where you don't even know who you are. No, that is wrong. It is not right on all levels. So I'm speaking to you today. Prioritize yourself. Is it that school you've always wanted to go to? Go. Is it that this didn't happen to my father? And I have learned a lesson from his experience. He was an eldest child. He was also parentified. What does that mean? The responsibilities of his parents was pushed on his shoulder at a very tender age. And do you know what that meant? That meant he put himself last. And I tell you what I mean by putting himself last. He did not go to school until his late 20s. He made sure all of his siblings had the opportunity to go to school. So when he was working, he was sending the money to them. So he sent the money to them, trained his children, he trained all his siblings, sorry, before he now went to school. I still remember my dad going to school when we were growing up. But that was because he put himself last. And now, where is he today? And where are his siblings? So, what am I saying? If there's anything from that experience, is try to put yourself first. You've done your best over the years. Now is the time to prioritize yourself. Is it that education you wanted to get? Go and get it. Is it that school? Is it that job you wanted to apply for? Go for it. Is it that business you wanted to start? And every time you want to start, the money is diverted to something else, one emergency. Stop it. Put yourself first, okay? So, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up today. I'm going to say Merry Christmas to you and your household, and to thank everybody that has been a part of my journey this year. I thank you. I thank you. And I hope that you have a happy holidays. Make sure you start taking action on your goals today. Do not wait until the 1st of January. All right? Write your goals down and start taking baby steps towards them. Till my next session, it's goodbye for now. Bye.